Okay, this is Steve coming at you again from the end of our dock at Shoal. This is the discussion of the $247 pay grade or level. You can think of these as levels like PBS telethon. With this level, you get this much, and you get this extra stuff on top of this other level. At 247, you're still not knocking at the door to lots of third-party franchises that are going to get bundled with the higher levels, but you're further up the feeding chain as far as stature in the tribe. And at this level on the physical side, you're going to end up with, at least currently, unless somebody sneaks it out from under us and replace it with something even more yummy and dramatic, a approximately 30-foot Choi Lee cruiser. This is a sailboat also, just like the Willard is at the 125, and others at the higher levels. There's going to be both sail and power. This is a sailboat, and one that's done a lot of cruising here on the Puget Sound, and one that will probably remain on the Puget Sound, probably won't go to Hawaii or down the left coast to California and Baja. It will stay here, go from Olympia up to practically Alaska, and be perfectly comfortable just about anywhere on either side of the Canadian border, all the way to Desolation Sound, all the way down to Anderson Island and Fox Island and Olympia and Tacoma, and all the parts in between, including going in the ship canal to the lakes, Lake Union, Lake Washington, and so forth. So it's a very unique vessel. You'll see pictures of it. You'll see its unique construction, and it carries a big name. Choi Lee, Cheoy, is just a big name maritime vessel maker. Different designers have made Choi Lees, but they're well known around the world, and many Choi Lees, generally of larger sizes than this one, and circumnavigated and are popular, and there's lots and lots of Choi Lee radical fans all over the world. And this one is no exception. It is written up and beloved by seafarers and nautical reviewers and sailing experts worldwide. It's not that well known. There weren't that many of them made, and that's part of its appeal, is that it has the supply and demand curve right. So when people see it, it's like, wow, what is that? I've never seen one of those before. That brings people to the conversation, and that's what we're looking to do with all of these, is have something unique. Not just a plastic boat from a major manufacturer where there's 100,000 of them and one looks like another, but vessels that have a unique quality to them that attracts people's stare, that makes people stop and pull up and take notice and want to ask you a question about them, and then it opens the door to a larger conversation about what we're doing, what our mission is, how this vessel could solve their problems possibly, and you give them a disc, or you ask politely for their Facebook page or their Twitter handle or even their email address, depending upon who they are and how they're responding to the interaction with you, and you're off to the races. Just because you had a very unique Elma that you're aboard or that you're with, that you're shepherding, an Elma, an extreme lifestyle marketing asset. And that's what all these vessels, islands, mountain hideaways are their extreme experience, unique lifestyle marketing assets that essentially brings people to the conversation where you don't talk about business. All you do is show them how much fun you're having and hand them a disc when they part ways, part company, after you've had a barbecue with them, or watch the sunset over the mountains on the Puget Sound, or whatever it is that you're talking about. You're not talking business until further down the road when they're, wait a minute, you're doing what? You're making how much? Excuse me, you're having fun and you're doing this? That's all you do? Exactly, that's the whole point. So this is about the Choi Lee and about the $247. Doesn't sound like very much, but talking about leverage here. This is a big lever. This is the internet. This is 180 countries. This is 24 time zones. This is lots and lots of people who don't observe the 4th of July or Easter Sunday or weekends for that matter. If it's a Sunday here, it's a Monday somewhere else, and they're busy working and they're busy spending and they're hungry and they speak English and they have money and they're buying your stuff, even though everyone else around you is in church or watching the football game and isn't doing anything. Well, they aren't doing that in the Eastern Hemisphere when it's already Monday.